Hi everyone, my name is Katie Plemons, and today I will be sharing my strategic analysis and proposal of Cinemark Holdings. Let's start off with the executive summary. Cinemark's Holding Incorporated is a prominent player in the movie industry. It operates 497 theaters across the US and Latin America. They face challenges from streaming services and evolving consumer preferences. Cinemark aims to enhance its market position by leveraging its strengths and exploring new strategic avenues. All right, now let's get into the pestle analysis. So, first off, political. The movie theater industry faces minimal government regulation, which gives Cinemark a lot of flexibility in how it operates. This allows them to quickly adapt to market trends without heavy bureaucratic constraints. Economic. However, economic downturns can have a big impact. When people have less disposable income, they tend to cut back on non essential activities like going to the movies, which can hurt attendance and revenue. Now, onto sociocultural. A major challenge Cinemark faces is a cultural shift toward at home entertainment. With streaming platforms becoming more popular, convincing people to leave the comfort of their homes for a movie theater experience is much harder than it used to be. Now, onto technological. On the upside, advancements in technology like digital projection and online ticketing are improving the customer experience. Cinemark can leverage these innovations to make going to the movies more convenient and enjoyable. Now, onto environmental. Sustainability is becoming increasingly important to consumers. Cinemark needs to focus on green initiatives like reducing energy usage and waste to meet these growing expectations. Apologies for the pause. All right, lastly, legal. Finally, compliance with copyright laws and licensing agreements is critical. Ensuring that Cinemark only shows licensed content helps avoid legal issues and protects their reputation. Now we are on to Porter's five forces. Competitive rivalry is the first one. The competitive rivalry in the movie industry is high. Cinemark faces strong competition from major players like AMC and Regal. These companies often compete on pricing, experience, and amenities, which puts pressure on margins and customer loyalty. Supplier power. Supplier power is moderate. Film studios have significant control over content and release windows, which limits Cinemark's flexibility. However, theaters still have some negotiating power due to their role in box office success. On to buyer power. Buyer power is high. Consumers now have more choices than ever, from streaming services to home theater setups, so if prices or experience at the theater don't meet expectations, customers can easily go elsewhere. Now, onto the threat of substitution. This one is their main struggle. It is very high. Streaming platforms like Netflix, Disney Plus, and others provide convenient, affordable alternatives, making it harder to get people into theaters unless the experience feels truly unique or premium. Lastly, threat of new entrants. The threat of new entrants is moderate, while starting a theater chain is capital intensive and requires significant investment. New boutique or niche theaters could still enter on a smaller scale, especially if they offer differentiated experiences. Now onto the VRIO analysis. Value. Cinemark's extensive theater network and premium viewing experiences like XD auditoriums and reclining seats provide significant value, which would attract more moviegoers. Rarity. The company benefits from strong brand recognition and effective loyalty programs like their Cinemark Movie Club. These allow customers to become loyal to them and stick to their movie theater. Imitability. Cinemark's business model requires high capital investment. Building and maintaining theaters, installing advanced technology, and operating at scale isn't cheap, which makes it hard for new entrants to imitate successfully. Organization. Finally, Cinemark is supported by well-established operational and management structures, allowing it to execute its strategies efficiently and respond to market changes quickly. Right, the SWOT analysis. Strengths. Cinemark holds a large market share, especially in the US and Latin America, which gives it strong industry influence. It also benefits from diverse revenue streams, not just from ticket sales, but also concessions and advertising. Weaknesses. A major weakness is its dependence on box office revenue, which can fluctuate based on movie releases and consumer interest. Additionally, they do have high operational costs, including rent, staffing, and maintenance. Opportunities. There are big opportunities in expanding into emerging markets where cinema attendance is still growing. They could always partner with streaming services, which could open up new revenue channels. Threats. Cinemark faces intense competition, not only from other theater chains but also from streaming platforms. Changing consumer preferences, especially the shift toward at home entertainment, pose a significant long term threat to traditional theaters. Now we are on to my strategic problem statement. Cinemark is experiencing declining theater attendance driven by the rapid growth of streaming services, like I've mentioned, and shifting consumer preferences toward at home entertainment, threatening its traditional business model and long term profitability. Here is the business model canvas, as is. Key activities. Cinemark's core activities include screening films, which is its primary draw, selling concessions like food and beverages, and running loyalty programs. Key resources. Essential resources include its widespread theater locations, robust digital infrastructure for ticketing promotions, and brand partnerships. Value proposition. Cinemark offers premium viewing experiences such as XD and reclining seats alongside exclusive content and loyalty rewards. The main customer segments of Cinemark include families, young adults, and movie enthusiasts. Channels include theater locations, online ticketing platforms, mobile apps. Then customer relationships are included in their loyalty programs and personalized marketing. Revenue streams are ticket sales, concessions, and premium services such as concessions. And then the cost structure is operational expenses, technology investments, and marketing. And then the future model canvas, 2B, includes key activities, collaborations with streaming platforms, hosting live events, expanding digital offerings. Then key resources. In order to support this, they will need enhanced digital infrastructure, strategic partnerships with content creators and tech companies, and access to diversified content. Value propositions. The future value lies in offering integrated entertainment experiences, combining physical and digital touchpoints, exclusive early releases, and immersive technologies such as AR or VR could also help them. Customer segments. Target audiences will include tech-savvy consumers looking for cutting-edge experiences, event-goers interested in live concerts or esports screenings, and international audiences as Cinemark continues to expand globally. And then on to their revenue streams. Subscription models, event hosting, and digital content distribution are all things that they could take part of. And lastly, cost structure, investment in technology, content acquisition, and global expansion would all be options for that. Now we are on to our strategic options. The first one that I've thought of is partnerships with streaming services. If they collaborate with platforms like Netflix or Amazon Prime to offer exclusive content or early releases in the theater, it would help draw in viewers who might otherwise stay home and give Cinemark a competitive edge. And then another option that I've mentioned is to host live events such as concerts, esports tournaments, or special screenings to attract more than just the typical moviegoers. Then expansion into emerging markets. They could expand its footprint into emerging markets such as, Latin America, which they have some, but they could do more, Asia and Europe, where there's growth potential. Then my chosen strategy was diversification into live events. It not only opens doors to new customer segments like music and gaming fans, but it also increases theater utilization, which would bring new revenue streams. Implementation plan. Phase 1, pilot live events in select theaters. This would be begun by testing live events in select theaters to see if it works how they think it would. Phase 2 would be to expand to more locations if it proves to be successful. And then phase 3 is to build strategic partnerships. They should aim to form long-term partnerships with event organizers and streaming platforms. Here are the key performance indicators: customer engagement, increase in event attendance and social media interactions, revenue growth, additional income from live events, and then brand recognition, enhanced brand image through diverse offerings. Now we are on to risk and mitigation strategies. Risk is that people don't like it like they thought they would, so they'd have low attendance. Mitigation would be to conduct market research to identify popular events and optimal scheduling. Another risk would be operational challenges in hosting diverse events. They would need to invest in staff training, risk competition from other entertainment providers. In order to solve that, they could develop unique and exclusive events. And then lastly, my conclusion. In conclusion, diversifying into live events presents a promising opportunity for Cinemark to enhance its value proposition by offering more than just traditional movie screenings. This strategy not only helps attract new customer segments, such as music lovers, gamers, and fans of live performances, but also creates more revenue streams. The initiative is in line with industry trends where entertainment is shifting toward multi-dimensional experiences. By embracing these trends, Cinemark can remain competitive and adaptable in a rapidly evolving market. Overall, this strategic move positions Cinemark for sustainable growth by diversifying its offers, engaging with a wider audience, and boosting profitability over the long term.